So, are we ready? Thumbs up? Yes? Perfect. Okay, I'm sharing my space. Okay, I see what's happening. Let's just do this. There you go. Cats. Bring your feet nice and wide apart. I am wearing shoes. You don't have to wear shoes. There is a little bit of jumping as an option in this class. I will always modify any jumping that goes on in this class. So if you are not a jumper, this is a safe space. So from that, let's go ahead and take a deep breath in, reach the arms up, keep the arms overhead, start to bend the elbows and lean back a little bit, really open up the chest, pull the navel in, bring the arms back up overhead, and then fold your way all the way forward. Bend your knees a little bit, let your head relax, maybe pour weight into each foot, and then neutralize the spine and roll your way to stand. Feel that nice spine stack. Good. Shake it all off. Anything that you're feeling like is not going to serve you for the workout. And we're going to start play as a team on our music device. So let's hit play as a team in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, hit it. Once you've hit play, come back to your space. We've got a short warm up, about 3.5 minutes. So we're going to start with our feet, same distance apart, nice and wide apart, toes and knees point forward. I squat, I pulse, I rise, reach the arms. Squat, pulse, rise, reach the arms. Inhale, squat, pulse, rise. 2 more times, drop it down. And exhale, pull the arms back. Last one, pull the arms. From here, I take it right and left, right and left. Taking large steps with the feet. Nice step tap here. We're going to add a little body weight fly. So if you can't tell, I'm leaning slightly forward. My arms will start right in front of my torso. And then I'm going to fly the arms as my toes tap. And if it's not at the same time as me, that's okay. Now, starting to feel the back muscles engage here. Squeeze the back body. Chest is open. Fingers splayed away from each other. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, plant your feet in sumo. So turn the toes out. Roll the shoulders back. Drop into a squat. Stay here for a moment. Roll those shoulders back again. Rise. Nice and slow. We're just going to do that 2 more times. Hold your sumo. Roll the shoulders. And rise. 1 more time. Hold the sumo, roll the shoulders, rise. Keep that sumo stance, hands on hips. I hinge at the waist, I rise it up. Hinge at the waist, my toes are turned out, and I squeeze to rise. Good, inhale, and pull to rise. Last one, inhale, pull to rise. Fan kick 2 times to the right, fan kick 2 times to the left. Just a couple more of these. Fan kick, really lubricating that hip ball and socket joint. Yeah, last one on the right side. Last one on the left side. Step your feet together. Good. Back lunge on the right. Back lunge on the left. Side lunge on the right. Side lunge on the left. Last one. Back lunge on the right. Back lunge on the left. Side lunge on the right. Side lunge on the left. Come on down to all 4s. Once you're on all 4s, I want you to take right arm, left leg, and lift and pulse. Lift and pulse. If being on the knee is a lot, make sure you have a little towel so you can put it underneath that knee. 3, 2, 1. Switch your feet. Switch your hands. Lift, lift. And if you're like me and you don't have a ton of space, this workout is meant for this. There's not a lot of space in my space. I try to make it doable for all bodies and all spaces. Good, come on back down to all 4s position. I gotta move my mat because it's too far forward. Once you're in all 4s, I want you to sink it back to child's pose. Push the arms forward. Feel that stretch through the back. Then you're gonna rise forward and lift the chest. Nice and slow. Driving it back. We're going to do that just 1 more time. Little upward dog on the knees. Good, sink back to child's pose. Wring out the wrists. Shake anything out that feels like, again, it's not serving you for the workout. We're gonna start with our cardio block. So all you need for this block is your body and a good cat attitude. You don't even need a mat. So we should be good to go. Hands to the screens. Here we go. First exercise, triple shuffle knee drive. Timer starts in 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna shuffle 1, 2, 3, knee. 1, 2, 3, knee. From the front, that's it from the side. 1, 2, 3, knee. 1, 2, 3, knee. 1, 2, 3, knee. Right? So if you get a little confused and you're not jumping today, take it back a couple and pull. Take it back a couple and pull. So you're still getting that cardio element, but there's no impact involved and you're taking care of your joints, yes? Good, this is exercise 1. You've got 7 seconds left. Next up, we're gonna do a chair pose in the center of our mat facing the side. 3, 2, 1, hold chair, squeeze. Rise up, give me lateral lunge on the right, lateral lunge on the left. Come back to chair. Rise, lateral lunge left, lateral lunge right, chair. Notice how I'm starting on opposite sides each time. So I'm taking a little pause in chair, and then I'm coming into that lateral lunge. Make sure one foot, the foot in the center of the mat, stays grounded. So you're not letting it curl to the inside of the mat so that the knee stays protected. Lateral lunge, come back. We'll start on the right this last time. Lateral lunge. We just have one more thing to learn in the first block. 3, 2, and 1. Last challenge. It's a double fan kick. I'm going to bring it in and straighten it. Bring it in across, straighten it. Bent knee, straight leg. Bent knee, straight leg. If that's not working for you, something's feeling odd in the hips, just keep the knee bent. That's going to be the easiest variation here. And the smaller the range of motion, the easier it will be to perform. So just think about making it larger as you feel more safe and comfortable with it. Yes? Good, you got 7 seconds. Yeah. 3, 2, and 1. Good, this is your 30 seconds to rest. It's a great opportunity to grab a quick sip of water. You can dance to some of the recognizable tracks in today's playlist, or the new ones if you are that like up on the new music. Sometimes we are, sometimes we're. Okay. Woo! Are we ready? So we've learned it all. Oh, well, we didn't quite, but that's okay. We all make mistakes, including me. So you might see in the next block a 4th exercise, because I only did 3. So you're welcome that you got a little breaky bear. That said, we move into our second round, starting with that triple shuffle knee. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, knee. 1, 2, 3, knee. 1, 2, 3, knee. And if you go, oh my gosh, I just did 3 of the same knee, it's all good. Nobody died. A little tip, you set your foot back where it started, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, pull it in. 1, 2, 3, pull it in. I caught myself. I was like, wait, that seems weird. How's that possible? You got 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, meet me in the middle of your mat. Chair pose. Good. Lateral lunge right, lateral lunge left, squeeze. Lateral lunge left, lateral lunge right, squeeze. Right and left, squeeze. Left and right, pull it in. Now notice your back body, right? Make sure you're not here. Stick out your chest, stick out your back. Out to the side, out to the other side, pause. Out to the left right. You got time for one more. Out to the right, left, hold. Awesome. Next thing was the thing I lost last time. So arms start in front of you, reverse lunge, fly. So the good news is it's not super complicated. It is a little coordinated though. So my arms are opening out to my sides as I step my leg back. I'm bending into both my legs, getting as low as I can, using that belly breath to push those arms open. Just trying to show you different angles so you don't have to turn in your room. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling my shoulders already. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Now this one is the double fan kick. If you wanted to make it harder this round, make them both straight leg. Try not to sacrifice what's going on in the upper body for the fan kick. So if you're like whipping your upper body to get that leg up, go small. Make it small. Make it attainable. Now team, this is the end of block 1. We will not see these 4 activities again, even though we only did one round of the middle one. That's okay. The past is the past. We look forward to the future. 3, 2, scene. Okay. So in the second block, go ahead and grab a sip of water if you need it. Cheers. And we're going to get into the next effort, which is strength. In this effort, we will definitely need our weights. You may want your towel, and you'll want your mat. So that said, we're starting with our sumo dead. All right, I'm going to push this down just a smidge so you can see my feet for the sumo. Okay, so I'm using these 8s. Right now you're in rest. You have like 30 more seconds, so just chill out. Your toes turn out. Your feet are at least shoulder width apart. Your knees are soft. We're never locking the knee joint. I'm just showing this to you. I'm going to hinge at my waist and rise. My weights just slide down the front of my body. From the side, again, we're just still chilling. Hinge and pull. All right, that's our first activity. Ooh, second one is pretty difficult, but I think we can do it. All right, are we ready? Timer starts in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Inhale down. These are slow. This is our strength block. Even though it's still 45 seconds, just like our cardio, we're not going to get as many things done. I'm less concerned with how fast you move on this than I am with the power you're generating from the hips. Because this deadlift, the star of the show, is the seat. Squeeze. Good, you got about 10 more seconds. So this is a lower body challenge. We have another lower body challenge with an overhead press alternating. This isn't going to be easy, but I'm pretty sure you didn't come here for easy. Drop into your sumo. We press right, we press left. Keep your sumo squat. This is called an isometric sumo squat with an alternated overhead wide grip press. My palms are facing the front of the room. Heels are grounded into the floor. Tailbone is tucked. I don't know about you, but I feel my thighs. Yeah. And I'm also sweating like crazy. Weight work always kind of makes me sweat like crazy. Where do you start sweating? The beginning of my sweat happens on my face, on my head. This is 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, come on down to all 4s. So again, if your knees are in pain, feel free to do this kneeling. I'm going to pull right and then pull left. It's a double pull, right and left. Second pull is like almost a full range of motion. I'm not setting my weight down on the floor, but it's coming fairly close to it. Narrow pull, working that mid-back. Nice. It ain't a playlist without Britney Spears in it, so, you know, if you don't like her, I'm so sorry. Sounds like a personal problem. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, just to make sure so I don't mess this up. Oh my gosh, you're gonna thrust. Okay, so on your knees and on your shins, bring the weights right in front of your chest, thrust and pull, thrust and pull. I'm gonna show this to you from the side, I think it's more beneficial. Thrust your hips, pull back. Now, just because I'm thrusting my hips doesn't mean I'm also flaring my ribs, right? I wanna keep that tucked in, tuck your tailbone at the top. You've got 12 more seconds. So after doing these bilateral rows, and having done asymmetrical rows, alternating sides, we're getting a lot of back here. This is 2, and that is time. Set your dumbbells down, towel off if need be. You're in recovery right now. So in about 15 seconds, we do all of it again. Good news about that is we only have 2 sets. So once it's done, it's done. Not bad, right? Okay. Oh, I'm glowing. All right, timer starts in 3 seconds. So let's pick up our weights. Deadlift. If you want to go heavier, you could, but I'm going to stick with my 8s. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Hinge and rise. Don't compromise your back to get lower. So notice this is as far as I'm going to go without letting my back round. Heels are down and turn in, toes are turned out. Inhale, roll those shoulders back. In the warm-up, we did this shoulder roll action, right? To kind of plug those shoulders in. Good, you just have a couple more deadlifts to go for the day. We're gonna find an isometric or static hold in the legs. In 3, 2, keep them turned out. Weights right over your shoulders. Press one, press the other. Mandee, this is too easy for me. If that's the case, let's add a heel pop. Heel on the left, heel on the right. So whichever arm you're lifting, maybe you lift the heel coinciding with it. Abs in tight. I'm gonna show this to you again from the side so you can see my back. I have a slight tuck of my hips. You got it. 9 more seconds. We're coming down to the ground for our double pull. 3, 2, come on down. All right, so all fours position. You're holding the dumbbells. Pull on the right, pull on the left. My neck is long, so I'm actually looking down between my palms. Pull, pull again, switch, pull again. Mandee, it hurts to hold the weight. Okay, we'll split the difference. Hand on the floor, pull, and switch the arm, other hand on the floor. Sometimes having the wrists like that feels really weird for certain folks. So if that's you, split the difference, just hold one weight. 3, 2, and 1. Good, pick up your second dumbbell, sit back onto the shins. Weights in front of the heart, peel apart. Thrust, shh. It's like you're trying to get I'll turn around. It's like you're trying to get your elbows to touch each other right behind your back. You're drawing a semicircle with your arm movement, right? So my weights start here, draw that semicircle across my ribs, right across my ribs. And if I don't have dumbbells, do the same thing, right? Fist to fist, peel it apart. And maybe because you're not holding weights, you can go a little quicker. Tuck your tailbone on the thrust. This is 3, 2, that's your minute rest. So 2 blocks are done. We have 3 blocks to go. The middle block is our core block. So that means we'll be working our entire axial skeleton. That means we're not just doing crunches, we are, but not just that. And all you need for this section is your mat. So have something underneath your back for certain so that you're protected. All right, I'm just gonna make sure this is low enough so you can actually see me on my mat. Yes, amazing. Right now you're still in recovery. I'm gonna show you what you're doing first. So just hang out and I'll do. So your first activity, one of my least favorites, one of my favorites. It's kind of like love and hate. I'm gonna reach for that shin bone, come back, hold my head, reach for the other shin bone. So I'm kind of flexing to the sides. That's effort 1. Effort 2, I come onto my forearms, heels connect, toes point, heels, toes. Okay, we'll show that to you when we get to that part. All right, ready? 3, 2, feet on the floor, hands behind the head. Here we go. Reach for that ankle, reach for the other ankle. My head is lifted and supported with my hand. Pull and reach. You're curling the upper body off the mat. So seeing this from the side, trying to get the backs of my shoulder blades off the ground. Team, we've got 15 seconds to go. Almost there. Yes. A little Janet to pump it up. You've got 3 seconds. 2 and 1. Prop yourself up onto your forearms. Lift your legs up. Flex your feet. I'll show this to you from the front or a little bit of a diagonal. Pull and point. Flex and point. It's hard to flex and point in shoes. So if you're struggling with this, it's all good. Welcome to my party. Now remember, this is round number 1. In round 2, I could make this a little harder by perhaps floating my head, neck, and shoulders and holding it with my arms. And I'll show that to you in our second round. So right now, just focusing on the legs and the core. This is 4, 3, 2. This was in the warm-up team. You're gonna do that bird dog. Right hand is down. Left arm reaches, right leg extends and pulse lift. Pulse, watch out for your cat scratchers. Good, abs and tight, hand underneath the shoulders. So it's a small range of motion pulse. So you heard me mention to you at the top of this core block, we're working the whole middle. So we got our sides, we got our abs, and then now we're getting our erectors, the back body, reach, reach, woo, lift, lift. You've got 7, 6. Maybe you point the toe of the lifting leg. 3, 2, switch. Over on that right and point the toes of the left. Lift, lift, lift. So from the side, I want you to look at my low back. I'm filling that low back out. In other words, I'm not letting it sway towards the ground. I'm filling it out by lifting, squeezing the gluteal of my left leg, my extended leg. Team, little over the halfway mark. I'm looking down at the stable hand. For me, that's my left arm right now. Lift, lift. 8 seconds left. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's it. So really, 3 exercises. One of them, we just do one side at a time, okay? You're in your rest here. Sip of water, towel off if you're sweating like crazy today. Like crazy. Oh, all right. I'll show you the progression on exercise number 2 when we're there, because right now it's time to come to the floor already. Come on down, heel slide down, right? So my feet are flat on the floor, hands bracing my head, curl up and reach, switch, reach and switch. And again, I'm not looking for speed here. I'm looking for range. So if I were to show you this from the front again, just careful of your weights, I'm trying to lean as far as I can. And then I'm extending my arm to reach for perhaps the back of my ankle, the back of my calf, right? Maybe I even reach for my pinky toe if I have that kind of mobility. I don't personally, but hey, there are other human beings out there that have all kinds of interesting skills. So finishing strong in 3, 2, here's the progression on exercise number 2. I'm gonna lift my legs up, flex my feet. I'm holding my head this time. Point, pull, point, pull. This, by holding my head hovering, is engaging my upper abdominals along with my lower abdominals and legs. So that's the progression. Remember, the original movement was, I'm on my shoulders, I flex and I point. I flex, I said shoulders, I meant forearms. Flex, my heels are staying connected. Showing this to you again from the front for the last 8 seconds. Flex, point, flex, point. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, come on down to bird dog tail. Right arm first, left leg first, point, lift. So I'm starting on the side I ended on because I remembered to. If you didn't, that's okay. Stay where you're at. Lift. Start to connect to the breathing. I haven't talked much about breath work today, which is very abnormal for me. But I want you to pull your ribs in, pull your navel in, and just breathe. Maybe you connected to the rhythm of the music, maybe not. It's a lift. Tiny pulse. Yes, leg straight, arm plugged in for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, switch the arm and leg. Let's go. Lift. Can you keep that bicep in the same plane as the ear, which is actually hard to do, right? This is me facing the floor really quickly. I'm not letting my shoulder shrug up towards my ear. I'm keeping that length and pulsing from there. And everybody's got different mobility in their shoulder. I do not have great mobility in my shoulder. It's not awful, it's just not great. So that's okay, because this is gonna make me stronger. What? Oh my gosh, it's like we're listening to the music. Last 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's the end of your core block. Just so you know where we're at, we're doing strength block next. So we'll need the weights, we'll need the mat. And then we're finishing with cardio, where we'll definitely want the mat. So far so good. You're in your minute-long rest. We've got about 45 more seconds. I'm gonna go over the first action. All right, probably the hardest one for me for the day. So just letting you know. And if you may need to use light weights or no weights at all, that's okay too. We're gonna be in a kneeling position on our mats, up, so we're not back on the heels. You're gonna do one lateral front raise on this side, and then on the other side. That's effort 1. And 8s are tough for me, but I'm gonna try to be strong. I'm gonna try to push my way through it. That's exercise 1. Exercise 2, we're gonna do an alternated front lunge split, okay? That's where we switch our legs each time, weights in our hands. Timer starts in 3, 2, 1. Lateral front, switch the arm, lateral front. Notice how my arm is not going above my shoulder. That's the end of our range. If you're doing one of these, all you're doing is elevating your heart rate. Well, it's not all you're doing, but you're losing out on the concentric and eccentric contractions of the shoulder muscles that we're trying to work. What are those shoulder muscles? It's our mid-deltoid and our anterior deltoid, for those of you that like anatomy. This is 3, 2, and 1. Keep the weights. Right foot comes forward, rise, switch the knees. Left foot comes forward, squeeze, come back. Showing this to you from the side, I think it helps. Flex that back foot, rise up and squeeze that back leg. See, my left leg is turned on. Sounds like a Saturday night. Good, switch. Land light. This should not hurt the knee. Think about how you're decelerating down to the mat. I want you to set your knee down like you're setting it down on a piece of really unsturdy flooring. So you have to be very mindful. Finishing in 3, in 2, and in 1. I want you to find a bridge with the back. So arms are over my chest, hips are lifted. My right arm comes out, then my left arm comes out. So my arms always return just above my sternum, flat bone protecting our heart, breastbone. Heels are down, hips are up. That's the way we like to chest fly. My palms face in. I'm alternating my arms. I'm going out as far as I can without losing my stability in my heels and my shoulders. This is 5, 4, finishing on the left for 3, for 2, bring the weights to the hips. Lower the hips down. Bring the heel of the right a little further forward than the heel of the left. Staggered bridge, switch the feet. Staggered bridge, switch. Hip thrust to the sky, switch the feet, lift. Switch the feet, lift. Exhale to lift your hips up. Head is nice and long, so it's not like our core block where the head had to be lifted. Shh. If you can't see my legs, what's happening here is one foot's close to my seat, the other foot's pretty far away, so it's like a little kickstand leg. It's not the primary leg. And we get to alternate that each time. This is 3, 2, and team, that is it. Okay, so that is your strength block. I'll show you a progression for a couple of the things we'll be doing. If you need a quick towel off or a sip, you've got about 15 seconds. And where we'll start is with the arm work because it's hard. Just get it out of the way. It's a kneeling front and lateral raise. You don't have to kneel, you can do it standing. I'm just using the kneeling because we're on the mat a lot, so it's like might as well already be on the mat personally. But I'm not your parent, so you do you, okay? Here we go. Lift and switch the arm. My elbows are soft. I'm not locking any joints here, right? I'm keeping my ribs drawn in, my abs drawn in. Exhale to lift the weights. Shh. Boy, oh boy, does that help. Every time when I use that diaphragmatic breath, I feel so much more capable of lifting the dumbbells. Try it with me. Shh. 9 more seconds. These should be rough, dude. Shh. 5, 4. What would Stevie Nicks do, you know? Solo album. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Next exercise. We have the split lunge. Let me show this to you from the front. I couldn't decide what I wanted to do here. Lift, squeeze that back leg, return with control. Lift, curl that back toe, squeeze that back leg. Push from the ground. Push from the ground, right? Exhale. Shh. Weights are at your sides. Mandee, what if I wanted to make it harder? Weights right in front of the chest. Weights right in front of the chest. They don't get to help you. Yes. Raises the heart rate immediately. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We come down to the floor. I'll show this to you head on because this one's a little bit different. This is the progression. My hips are up, my arms start wide. I pull the right arm in. I pull it out. I pull the left arm in. Now, last time we did this, I started the weights at my breastbone. If I start my weights outside my midline, exponentially harder on the chest because I'm working out here, right? I'm having to work to keep the arm from collapsing into the ground, showing this to you from the side. Arms are wide. Pull and switch. Right in front of the chest cavity, not the chin. 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring the weights over the chest, lower the hips. Set them on the hips, not the navel. Take 1 foot kickstand. Lift and switch. Shh. Shh. Are you squeezing your glutes together? And if you're like, I don't know, squeeze them now. Yes. Take that second. Squeeze. Lift your hips off the ground. Use the power of the hamstrings, the glutes. You got 10 more seconds to go with our strength block. We have 1 block of work to go today, and we're done with this. This is 3, 2, and that's your recovery, your final minute of recovery between our blocks. So we have cardio, and in that block, we will not need the dumbbells. So I suggest you just put them away from your mat because I would hate for you to land on them and hurt yourself. Mine are bright blue today, which is helpful, but sometimes if the weights are like a very neutral color, they can be tough to see. So just be safe with that. Okay, so little break here. You got about 30 seconds. This is cardio. You will need your mat. I'm going to show you the first combo. It's heel dig, 1, 2, 3, 4, followed by fast feet rotations 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fast feet rotations, 1 and 2. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Push, 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 push. Fast feet rotation. Good. Come back through center. Push, push, push. Added bonus if you go over to that right side first. Right? Push, 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 push. Rotate, rotate. Good. Push. Heels dig in, heels dig in. Yep. Rotate. 2 times. Push. We have another combo. This one's on the floor. 4 cross climbers, 2 elbow strikes. Coming in 3, in 2. Let's finish this whole thing out. And come on down to the floor. Hands and toes. Right, left, right, left. Come up. Elbow strike left and right. Pop back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Knees come down. Elbow, elbow. I'll show this to you head on. I think it's helpful. Hands to the floor. Pop it back. Right with left, left with right. 2 times. Knees come down. Elbow, elbow. Come back onto the floor. Your transition time can be short or slow. Totally your call. Make sure you're breathing. You got 15 more seconds on this effort. Pull it in. Boom, boom. Hands come back to the floor. We're standing next. You're done in 5, 4, 3, 2. Stand up with me. Okay, start with your feet wide. Jump in, jump out. Reach, reach, reach. 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 If you're not jumping, step in, step out. Maybe I don't touch the floor. Maybe I reach from here. That's cool. Yeah, shorter range of motion, more protective. Nice. This looks good, guys. Almost there. 3, 2, flash dance. So, you're on your toes. Pick up your feet. Pick up your feet. You're leaning forward. If you're not jumping, if that's just too impactful, I want you to lift those knees like you're power marching and walk around your room. Say hello to your animals. Do your thing. Otherwise, I want you to use those arms. When I think of this, I think of Chris Farley when he's like, oh, at the gas station. Hilarious. You're done in 8. Come on, reach for it. Get those arms pumping. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta have a little fun with your cardio. So a little fun. No big deal. Don't take it too seriously. Okay. So the good news is we're almost there. We've got 3 minutes of work time left, 45 seconds apiece. We're gonna throw everything we can at it. Let's bring those hands to the screens again. We're going 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, here we go. Heel, 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 heel. Rotation, rotation, return, heel, heel. Try to start with alternating sides if you can remember. I'm not great at it either. I just do my best. Heel dig. So we're stretching out the calves. Why would I do that? Because I'm about to work the calves in the flash dance. So it's a nice way to get that blood flowing through the back of the lower limbs. And if the rotation's too much, just rotate. Keep your feet planted and then bring it into that heel dig. Yeah, you're close, but you're not done yet. This is 5. Here's our next combination. Back to the mat. Here we go. Cross climbs, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bring it up. Elbow strike. Get that rotation in there. There's a ton of rotation in this block of work. Rotating the hips. Rising up, rotating the shoulders. So we're working our whole body with this rotation in each of our girdles, right? We have a shoulder girdle, we have a hip girdle, and we're working that pretty extensively here. You're super close. We've got 15 more seconds to go. Get that elbow up and across. It is your guardrail from your enemy. Finishing in 5, 4. We're back to standing in 3, 2, rise up. All right, so it's in, out, twist, twist, twist. In, out, twist, twist, twist. In, out, twist, twist, twist. I'm doing the lower version, meaning I'm not coming all the way to the floor on this round to help protect me, right? Because I'm feeling like pretty tired. When I'm feeling tired, I can't put 100 in. I take a moment. I use that regression. In, out. And again, if I'm not jumping, I can step in, I can step out, bend the knees, reach across, reach across, reach across. Yeah? We're about to flash dance to the finish line in 3, 2, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Can you move quicker than me? Can you move faster than me? Yes. I want you to just stay consistent here. Move those arms. Yes. Breathe into this, right? Because if I'm just standing here and I'm holding my breath, I'm gonna have a really hard time keeping up this work. I need a lot of energy. You've got 12 more seconds to the finish line. Yes. See it. Earn it and own it. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You did it. You did it. Now, we've got a couple of minutes. We're going to stretch. So what I'd love for you to do is move your playlist to that final track. It's a new Coldplay track. I can't remember the name of it at the time, but it's a long track. It's like 10 minutes. So we're not going to be here for 10 minutes. Don't worry. All right. Did a ton with the body today. So if you moved your playlist to the last track, we're good to go. Bring your feet nice and wide apart. Turn the toes directly forward and wiggle them around. Notice what's going on in your feet. Then I'm going to drop into that right thigh. Left fingertips maybe come to the floor. And I'm going to twist open towards the right. Yeah, bring out that right wrist. And then I'm going to come through center. Bring that right leg behind me and push the right heel down. Reach the right arm over my head. I'll show this to you from the side. I think it's helpful. So I'm reaching. And then I'm going to lean away from that straight leg. Yep. Come back through center. Let's switch our sides. I come over to the left side. My right fingertips maybe come to the floor. My left arm reaches up. Lean back into it. Bring out the wrist of the left. Very short stretch, but super, super helpful if you have to go right on back to work. Good, rise your way up and step your left foot back. Dig that left heel into the floor as much as you can. And if that doesn't touch the floor, just keep pushing towards the floor. Take that left arm over my head, lean away from it. So I'll show this to you from the front too. I think it's helpful. I'm stretching the sideline of my body. Come back through center, step my feet together. Clasp the hands behind the back. And fold into the legs. Feel free to bend the knees as much as you'd like. Shake the head out, knowing yes. I like this stretch because I get the front of my shoulders. I also get my hamstrings, maybe bend and straighten one knee at a time. Shake the head out, release the hands, and stack the shoulders all the way from the spine. Good. Roll the shoulders back and down. Do a couple of twists. Yes! Shake it off. Okay. Right on time. If you have any questions, let me know. Venmo, Zelle, if you have a chance to pop me anything. If not, no big deal. I hope to see you on the gram at Mandee Miller Fitness. Come back, tell everybody about this. There is no, I don't say no to anyone. So everybody is welcome. I'll always find a way to include all bodies. Okay. Have a fabulous week ahead. Last week of July 2021, so crazy. And stick around if you want to chat. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. Good job.